My guest today finished second at the man versus man last weekend, but now, more importantly, he's one of the 16 champions in the TrackMania Grand League. So 2019 has started off as a great year. Will this be his best year ever? And maybe he will be one of the top players when we end up summarizing the year 2019. But as always, the most important question of them all, DexteR, how are you, man?
All good. I'm fine today.
Yeah. For people that might not know who you are and maybe not follow the scene close enough, can you tell us who are you and what do you do in TrackMania?
I'm DexteR. I'm playing for THE currently. Attending the upcoming TMPL or now TrackMania Grand League. Yeah.
And recently, like I said in the intro, you finished second at the man versus man. If you start off with that, going into the event, how did you feel? Was the grand final your hope? Was it to win it? Or what were your expectations before the event?
Well, mostly I just wanted to do my best, but I knew that I could do the final. Obviously, there were a strong opponent, but besides Kappa and Tween, probably, but I didn't know how much they trained. I knew that I could beat everyone, probably. So, yeah, I knew that I could make the final, but I'm really happy how it was going and that I was going so far in the tournament.
Yeah, you talk about Kappa. He won the time tag seeding and you finished second. And this is one of the, I will say, rare tournaments where actually you see number 1 and number 2 from the time tag seeding coming into the grand final, and then you even had number 3 and number 4 in the semi-final. You went undefeated, if I'm correct, into the grand final. Did you gain more sort of hope in yourself that you can actually beat Kappa because you had won every map and every match until the grand final, or did you see Kappa as a big favorite going into the grand final?
I have seen what he was driven. He was driven in the other matches. So I knew that I also could do the times. So I knew that there was a chance to beat him, but obviously he's the world champ. And he's extremely hard to beat, but I was optimistic to do it.
Yeah, and how does it feel to actually play against the world champion and seeing that you are not so far from him? And does this give you more motivation to be more serious in TrackMania and maybe one day you'll become the world champion yourself?
Yeah, well, I got a big motivation boost after the match. It was really nice. This was probably one of the matches I enjoyed the most, which I ever played. It's just so nice to fight against the world champ and holding up to him and not... Yeah. It was just a nice match.
Yeah, and even on the second map there, you took him to tennis mode and even challenged the world champion who was sort of unchallenged before the grand final. But you also, in the semi-final, I believe you played against Omnipods, you beat him 2-0. Another player who was at the world championship. So how good are you and where do you place yourself among the best at the moment now that we start off 2019? Do you see yourself as a top 10 player, top 5 player, top 20 player? Where do you see yourself placing at?
If everyone really tries, I could see me in the top 10. Close, but you never know. I think I improved lately. My consistency is getting better. That was my biggest problem. So, yeah, top 10. I could see me there.
This was the winter edition 2019. I'm not sure if there will be a summer edition 2019, but from your perspective as a player, how is it different to play a 1 versus 1 compared to, let's say, the team matches that you are more used to playing? Does it put more pressure on you? Do you feel more relaxed because now everything is up to you and not having to rely on teammates?
It's a hard situation in THE sometimes, so 1v1, how do I say it? it's not really more pressure than in team matches because my teammates also rely really much on me in big matches. But yeah, it's definitely a difference. But I played also really many 1v1s in team matches, also in team cups. So yeah, I'm used to it. And but yeah, of course, it's a difference to team matches where you can have your teammate who can save you when you crash, and yeah, it's awesome, nice.
Yeah, you talk about you being probably one of the best, if not the best player at the THG. I follow cross-country skiing a little bit, and when they go like this relay and 4 people go together, they feel pressure on themselves because if they fail also behalf of their teammates. Is this maybe a good situation for you just being alone, and if you fail, the only person you disappoint is yourself in man versus man? But if you fail in a team event, then you also fail your teammates, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Huh. But going back to the days when you started the game, do you remember how you started and when you started TrackMania?
Not exactly. I know when I was like 12, 13 years old, I got TrackMania Sunrise, but not really, don't know how much I played, but really TrackMania Stadium I started in, I think it was the end of 2013, where I've seen in front of me Barbos, maybe you also know him.
Yep.
He was playing TrackMania 2, and I had it in Steam, so I also just started, and he just wanted to join THE at that point, and I just followed him and I did the same, and yeah, that's how I started with them.
So when did you actually join THG?
It was also in 2013. I started TM2 and directly wrote my application for THE, and I got accepted. It was really nice from them to give me a chance. I played a little bit TMF before, but maybe 50 hours maximum. So I was mostly a noob, but it was really nice from them to give me a chance and to have a team to start off.
Yeah, and for people that might not know what team you're playing in at the moment, it's still THG. Is that the only team that you have been playing, and have you been playing there for now 6 years?
I played a long time for THG. I was in Mimo and Venture, but that THE's first team was searching for an Orga, so we moved with the first team to Mimo, and then it was Venture. I was in Venture then for some time, but I got problems with the leader of them, so I was going back to THE.
Huh.
I also played a short time for PKD, but yeah, that was not the best thing I did. I said I joined them, but I wasn't just happy. It wasn't a good move from me, but yeah, I was going back to Mimo at that point. Yeah, and now I'm back at THE. So basically, I always played, since I played TM with the THE guys.
Yeah, I had the leader of now Venture on, Harney, and he explained his side of the situation. I'm not sure how much you want to go into it, but at least I want to give you the opportunity of giving the reason why you are not longer in Venture, if you wanna.
I don't want to make it big again, so we had our problems. We are fine again. We're talking with each other, not much, but it's not like we hate each other. It was just different opinions about how the team should be or how it was going about some players. And yeah, I think that's enough about it.
Yeah. But looking at yourself and looking at your place in a team, you mentioned that you are probably the best player there, or at least I view you as the best player in THE. Do you have a goal to go beyond and go to a bigger team in TrackMania, or maybe get sponsors from an organization in TrackMania?
It depends. I'm really happy in TG. I prefer to play with guys where I have fun and can talk to during training instead of winning team tournaments or something like that. But the question for me is if I want to go to LANs, then an Orga would be nice, but probably I wouldn't go to a different team. While Orga and staying in THE. So I would play for them offline if I wanted at one point. And then, yeah,
And,
that would be good.
and talking about THE as a team, how would you describe the current squad and the current team? Where do you place yourselves among the best teams?
It's hard to say. Obviously, there are teams like Venture and M&M which can be beaten, but they are above us. So there's also Line, one time now, not Line Customer, who has PKD also, Elementaries, which are strong, but I think M&M and Adventure are, if we have our best day and they have the best day, we probably not beaten them, but the rest we could be there, but I see us in the top 6 teams, I would say.
Yeah, and you have the TrackMania Masters Team Cup coming up. How well are the squad prepared, and what are the goals? Is it to reach a semi-final or something like that?
It's a hard point since I'm playing the TrackMania Grand League. I can't play every play day. But I trust my team. I think they can do a very good job. So the minimum goal for us is to get top 8. And after that, we have to see how good it's going, how everyone is motivated. But at the moment, everyone is in it. And I trust them. They can do also without me when I play the Grand League. They can do it.
Yeah, and talking about the TrackMania Grand League, for people that might not know it, the name TrackMania Champions League has now changed to TrackMania Grand League. This is because the risk of being copy striked or something from the actual Champions League. But going into the qualifiers, you were placing in one of the toughest group, if not the toughest group in Germany, Switzerland and Austria. Before the qualifications, did you have hope of actually qualifying, and how did you see the qualifying going before you played it?
Yeah, I mostly before the qualifier, I mostly just wanted to play the qualifier to have some fun. I really like endurance, but I wasn't really going in with thinking that I want to qualify for it. But it was going so good, then yeah, it was a bit unexpected. Yeah, no, I'm really happy that I did it, that I qualified for it, and can play it and have the chance to play against some other really good players in it.
Let's just make it clear for the record here. I predicted you as one of the players who was going to make it into the league, so I'm not surprised, even though you might be surprised. But looking at the other 16 champions, who do you see as the favorite in this format that we have now starting on Sunday, I believe?
You never know how much they motivate or they train, but if you say, I think Kajuna would be the biggest favorite for me, because maybe there are other better players nowadays in only tech or different things, but if it's only endurance, and this style, I think Kajuna is really above most of everyone. But after that, I would say Kappa and Bren are also big favorites for it. Bren with his endurance skill in Simulator should be really good in it, and Kappa has this amazing consistency with,
and
should make them really good.
This topic has, since it was announced, it's been debated and it's been talked about for a long time, both about the maps, the Champions mode and such. But overall, what is your feeling about this event compared to, let's say, a normal tech event?
Well, it's definitely a difference. For me, I really like endurance cups races. I really love the 24-hour races every time it happens. So I like it. I like the idea behind it. I don't like that this mode should be the future for TM, but definitely chances that it's going really good, and it could be a big thing in the next years for TM if it's going good.
You talk about this 24-hour race. It comes to mind. How much did you play during that cup? If I recall correctly, you and Shorty was a team and pretty much played. How many hours did you play in that cup?
In the last, I think I played 9 hours.
Yeah, okay.
Where we were 3 players in the team with Shorty and Marius. Shorty and I did the most, and Marius just a little bit. But yeah, I like to play really a lot in the 24-hour races. I would love to have it back in TM, but I know there's some problems from the guys who are doing it with the script and the server reliability. So yeah, I really would love to have it back.
You talk about being consistent, and that man versus man was an event where you show that you can at least be consistent and drive consistently rounds. This champions mode, if you place behind number 9 to number 16, you lose all your points. Do you see this as a good thing for you or a bad thing for yourself?
For me personally, since I'm not the most consistent player, I would say it's not the best thing. I'm also not the biggest fan of losing all your points. It could be very frustrating and demotivating after one playday if you're just doing good for all maps and only failing the last one and losing everything. That could be very demotivating for someone.
And if I see Burst is also in THG, who's gonna be the best guy from your team after the cup is over?
I hope me. Would be really disappointed. Nothing against Burst. He can also drive fast, but I would be really disappointed if
I had the Softy B on. You said that you listened to some of it, but I don't believe that anybody listened to all of it. At least not until now, but maybe they do it afterward and take stage by stage. He spoke about you and discussion about, because some remember that you had a ban from TrackMania Pro League, and he spoke about why you was allowed in his cup now. He said that he spoke to you and you were motivated to play in this cup. What is your side of it, and how were you sure that you will even gonna be allowed to play in this cup?
The ban was mostly was just my mistake. I didn't train much, so I had a hard time in the summer, but I should have told Softy before that I have this problem, so I shouldn't have played it then, just from the start, but I was hoping that it was getting better and they get the time to train. But yeah, I had him too late, and yeah, then I got the ban. I deserved the ban, but I said I could have played the matches, but I was not that. I played maybe 5 hours on the map, so I can understand that he banned me for it. I personally just don't like to ban someone for not being played, but I know why he did it, and it was okay like that. And to the point where with the Grand League, I think I'm allowed to play because it's mainly by Nadio. Maybe he's giving me also a second chance, which would be really nice. I don't know exactly. But I just asked him if I was allowed to play, and he said yes, so I was happy about it then.
Yeah, I believe he said that he allowed you to play because from his point of view, you seem to be motivated for this cup, and why shouldn't you allow one of the most promising talents in the game play the cup? Because ultimately you want all the best players in the game to compete. But you talked about having an organization sponsoring you to go to offline events, if that was possible. Will we see you attend to any upcoming offline events, Gaming Winterfest, Gamers Assembly, or any other event?
Maybe gamers assembly. Lately we talked a bit in our team speak. So I visit THG guys. If someone would be motivated to go there. So maybe if some more are motivated, I could see me there to go there this year. Nothing is clear, but maybe it's this year.
Why don't you sign up for Gaming Winterfest? I believe there's like 5 people signed up, so it's sort of an easy spot into the grand final already.
Grand Winterfest is too early, and now with the Grand League.
Yeah, I believe it even has the same play dates, the 3rd of March.
That's also one thing which I'm not the biggest fan with the play days.
Yeah.
They could be moved about more. They could look about the other things which happen in TM. So that the players who want really could attend everything without losing something.
Yeah, that's correct. We talk about offline events. I'm not sure. Have you ever attended to any offline events in TrackMania?
Not really. Not really in TM tournaments. I was on some LANs and played their TM tournaments, but that was just in Germany, and there was no one really good. So, not really.
And talking about offline events, we had 5 offline events last year. Now it looks to be 3 for the moment, maybe 4 with the Grand League. What is your view of TrackMania in general? Is this game moving forward, or are we stuck at one place and can't sort of get away from here?
I think the game is moving forward. Last year was already really good. We had the World Championship back, good LANs, and I also think we got some more players back in the game. So, and already this year we had the announcement with the Grand, which is the first really tournament where NATO is involved. So that's already a really nice thing. So this year looks also really promising, and it looked like the game is getting a bit bigger again, and that's what I think that's what we're all hoping for, to have more players who enjoy this game. Yeah.
If you have one tip to Nadeo and how they should move this game forward, what would that be?
That's a hard question. I think they promote the game really bad. I think that's the point where they could improve, or also that they could listen a bit more to the players, because I think the players are doing very much in this game to hold us where it is. We're doing most of the things in TM are just organized by the players or made by the players. So they could listen to us, the players, a bit more to help them to make the game bigger and better for everyone.
And talking about the players, I say that you are one of the most promising talents in the game and one who can actually be one of the top players in the game. If you look at the other players in TrackMania at the moment, who do you think is going to have a good year in 2019? I think Piranha from TG. You know him, you had. I think. Yeah, I had him on at the Giant Cup.
Yeah, he did really nice there. No one of us knew that he was going there before, so we've seen him there, and he played really nice. And he's improving a lot. I think he can be getting even better this year and doing some better matches and tournaments. And he also wants to attend to other LANs again, so I think it could be a really good year for him, and very proving that he could be a future top player.
Yeah, and talking about the interview at Giant Cup, that was maybe one of the funniest things that happened to me in 2018, because I asked him to do the interview after the match he has won, but he said, no, I'm shaking, I cannot talk at the moment. So you had to do it the day after. But if you look at not the upcoming players, but players who are at the top, the world champions and the others, who would you say is the best TrackMania player at the moment?
The best with the consistency speed, it must be Kappa at the moment, I would say. He just has the speed and also the consistency where he can beat everyone, I would say.
And if you look at who is the best player of all time, do you have any strong opinions there? Some people have really strong opinions here. What is your view on it? Who is the best player that TrackMania has ever seen?
It's hard to say. Well, we had some old legends like Kayan and Frostbeer, but they already stopped playing the game some time ago. So of all times, then we have Kajuna, who is mostly maybe the most complete player. He some things in the last 2 years where he didn't win everything, but if I have to name one, I would say Kajuna, because he is at the top for such a long time. He's a 3-time world champion. He's also extremely good in other things than just tag. He won the Simulator Cups. He's good. Yeah. He's just, I would say, yeah, Kajuna.
And talking about the Simulator Cup, are you planning on trying to qualify this year?
It depends on my motivation. It's probably again in the summer, so it's always hard to find motivation when it's really hot outside for me.
So you want a Simulator Winter Edition?
Would be a better chance to me for playing. But I trained the maps last year. I was just motivated to play the qualies in. It doesn't really have a problem with the maps. It's not the best. The maps which I enjoy the most, but it's also fun to play maps like the simulator maps sometimes. We will see. I probably will play them again a bit, and then I will look how much I like them or how motivated I'm at the point to play at them.
Is there any topics in TrackMania that you feel should get more attention and more spotlight? Is there a player that you think should get more attention and spotlight?
Not really something I can think about.
It's a hard question to just put on the spot there.
Yeah, that's true.
But I'm running out of questions myself, and I said before this interview to you that I'm at my mother's place, so I don't have this microphone arm holding my microphone, so I'm holding my microphone myself now, and I told you that I would get cramp before this interview, and now the cramp is coming. But do you want to give shout out to anybody in TrackMania who's maybe helped your TrackMania career or is making your TrackMania career better?
Obviously my team, THG. I just really love to play with them all. It's really always fun. It's nice. They help me when I'm unmotivated to motivate me. We're just helping each other. It's really nice. I would love to win a team tournament in the future with them at one point. Now it's hard, but I think we could do it. Everyone is improving. Yeah, that would be it.
That will be it. Thank you so much for stepping up and doing this, and good luck in the Grand League and other events, and hopefully I will see you at the Gamers Assembly.
Yeah, thank you. I hope also so that maybe we do.
That's a date, man. It's official. You have to go now, so we'll get the interview there.
Okay.
Okay. There you have it, guys. Thank you for stepping up, man. Bye-bye.
Yeah.